Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Mass Effect Andromeda week. Heading into the Resistance HQ here to do our final little, or to complete our little lap of Aya here. See if anybody else has anything else to chat with me about. Let's see, decontamination console so we can enter the medical bay.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
But yeah,
Now
so we
entering
can
the
go
med
to...
center until you're clean.
How do I decontaminate?
I already done that.
Console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
Okay.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy. We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat. I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar. Kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
If Jarl takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jarl is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaraan injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
Alright, so that's always good. Now Lexi can take care of Joel if he gets into trouble.
Getting enough sunlight.
See, I don't think there's anything else to do in here. I might actually be able to, yeah, to scan the bed itself. But I don't think anybody or anything else in here is interactable. And I think that might even be all that there is for this. Like, even though they have like the decontamination thing, I think just coming down here and talking to that guy, I think is the only time that you ever need to go down there. I don't remember ever going back into the bay and doing something. Like, I did go back in to check in every now and then, but I don't remember actually doing anything.
Getting lots of stairs. Reminds me of being on Thessia for Asari commando training. We're the aliens.
For some Angara, we're the only humans they'll ever see. That's huge.
Whatever happens, we'll make a better show than the Kett.
Alright. Well, I mean, to be fair, that wouldn't take much.
Pathfinder, Ephra cleared you to purchase weapons over my objections.
Hey, selling an alien weapons would make me nervous too.
I don't do this for Ephra. I respect the Moshai.
Alright, so I don't think, once again, that they're going to have anything I care about here. No, all they have is weapons, and I make my own of those, so, and I don't need any new mods for them, so, alright. So that's that. And just like on the Nexus, like Cora and them, they'll be in the same spot every time you come here. It's not like a random or anything for them to be there.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a date pad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Alright. Though we face an enemy that will not stop until our entire civilization ceases to exist, it's important we not abandon the principles of basic morality. The Kett must be defeated, but not at any cost. It won't matter if our future generations can live without fear of death or enslavement, if that freedom was achieved through genocide or other barbaric crimes. That's page 1 of 241. Now, I realized I said that with the last one, that was like 500 or something. I'm like, fuck, I'd never read that. But I also didn't think, this is considered one page. This isn't very much. Granted, 500 and some. I'd say standard book page, that size paragraph, could fit maybe 3 of those onto a page. So, really, you'd have that page should be like a third of that. Now, what a third of 241 is, I'm not going to do the math on, because I don't care nearly enough. But now that mission's
complete. I deserve to be told. You had no right to keep it secret from me.
It's an ongoing investigation. I meant no disrespect.
Did Jarl know?
Of course not. Neither did the human.
I could have kept Sam to myself, you know.
This is different. Not your business.
It is now. We need to find the Kett command ship. Tell him the truth about my capture.
Moshai, please.
It may be our only route to the Archon.
One of my men helped the Kett take her. A resistance commander named Venturev.
The Archon wanted her knowledge of remnant tech, but why would Ven betray her?
I don't know. That's why I kept it quiet. I'm working to capture him, make him answer for what he did.
You know where he is?
Kadara Port. My contacts are hunting him.
Contacts? You can't trust anyone there. They deserted our cause, our people.
And now they're ruled by exiles from your galaxy.
Ven may know how to find the Archon and his ship. We can't leave this to a pack of renegades and outlaws.
I'm a little new to the galaxy. Where did Ven go, exactly?
Kadara Port is a trading outpost. We abandoned it when the Kett invaded.
Some of us went back. Deserters, scavengers. They don't support Aya.
How did exiles from the Nexus wind up there?
Bad luck for everyone.
I need the relic that leads to Meridian, and I can handle my people. Let me do this.
I don't like it.
I don't care. The Pathfinder is right.
I'll transmit my files on Kadara Port to your ship.
Our traitor could have useful information. We need him alive.
That's up to him.
Be safe, Pathfinder. As for you, Ephra, we're not done.
Okay, now.
The sooner you reach Kadara Port, the faster you'll find Venturev. What do you need?
Anything to help me understand how your traitor thinks would be useful.
He's stubborn. Always questioned orders. I thought it was a strength. Now I know better.
He must have had some reason to betray me. What could turn him?
Does it matter?
Of course it does.
Kadara's full of bad people, but would they shelter a Kett sympathizer? Can't we just ask for help?
I did, and got it. But my contacts don't run things. The people who do are stubborn.
One's own medicine is always the most bitter.
Even if I could cut a deal, Ven's made himself hard to find.
Moshai, do you remember anything of the Archon that might be a clue to his motives?
He spoke to me like I was a child. No, worse, a pet. But it was clear he has plans for Meridian.
He thought you could help him.
Now he thinks I'm the key.
He's right. You may be the only person in Helios who can help him.
What'll happen when Aya's people learn someone in the Resistance betrayed their Moshai?
This treason is unprecedented. It will undermine faith in the Resistance.
Not if we show everyone Ven acted alone.
That may not be enough.
I haven't lost faith in you, Ephra. Neither will they.
Have you found any other references to Meridian and the Remnant tech?
You're the one who walks into vaults. You tell us.
I didn't notice anything. Doesn't mean it wasn't staring me in the face.
I studied so many relics over the decades. Nothing hinted at the existence of such a place.
Maybe we're not meant to find it.
I'd better get moving.
I'll keep in touch.
Now, I think
Stars
that
and skies above you, Pathfinder. Watch your back.
yeah, it covers both of them. Oh, communication. Things are as bad as we thought. The deserters don't care about anyone but themselves. Recruitment efforts have found zero traction. Ironically, we've had better luck gaining support from the new aliens. A small group pledged to support the resistance and alert us to future Kett activities on Kadara. Seems unlikely the enemy would give up on the planet so easily, but maybe the presence of these new aliens has confused them. Regardless, I recommend we abandon recruitment efforts and instead focus on infiltration of the local population using deep cover agents. I'll submit a list of candidates in my next report. Severe whiteout conditions have made casualty confirmations difficult. Expect these numbers to be adjusted in the next update. Hopefully they'll be lower. Kett ambushed a night patrol in the Lundaran crevice. 3 dead, 2 wounded, 1 missing. Squad missing outside Tetrix, presumed captured, 4 missing. Sniper caught in avalanche on southern slope, presumed dead, 1 missing. Does that mean like the sniper is missing, or like he had a spotter that is missing? Whatever. A shuttle suffered mechanical failure, made hard landing on Steen Ridge. 2 wounded. Argument in the barracks got out of hand. 1 wounded, mostly in his pride. No one questions your thinking, and we all understand that the circumstances we're facing are unprecedented. However, you should know that people are talking in the barracks about these new Nexus aliens. Setting aside how they look, smell, and behave, how can we be expected to trust these things with access to our most secure world? On behalf of my unit, we submit that this so-called Pathfinder crew shouldn't be permitted to roam the city without an escort. We're keeping close watch on them. Don't worry, we're not letting them see us, but it would be easier if we could assign a guard to each visitor whenever they're on Aya. We hope you'll consider this option. See, now, that seems reasonable to me, you know? Like, yes, we saved the most shine that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're all good. We could be slow playing them. Yeah, I don't really care what it says about his command console. And I mean, 1 guard. Now, granted, you know, it would be hard to assign 1 guard to every person, but, you know. Okay, let's see. I think that's everything that we can do on here. Oh, no, there actually is. Oh, maybe that's the mission. Remember I said there was like a side quest that we hadn't got? Or in that station there that we hadn't got? Oh, maybe I can fast travel without it then. That might be what that blue mark is now. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Because I didn't have Kadara unlocked yet. I bet you anything. Because now Kadara should be unlocked. And is there any other planets after Kadara? I'm trying to think. Like, obviously we go to Meridian at some point, but yeah, I can't remember if there's any other planets after Kadara. Maybe Kadara is just the last one that we put a outpost on or something. I don't know. I can't specifically remember more. Who has the... this guy does.
When you have a Pathfinder, this is a tremendous honor. I must express my admiration for all you've done. Crossing the void between galaxies. Navigating the Scourge to find Aya. Incredible.
The odds were against us, that's for sure.
Yet here we are. Strangers from different galaxies conversing in friendship. Extraordinary. I am Mariko Darej, Chief Voneron.
A Voneron? That's very... I don't know what.
Linguistics, not my strength. I am a celestial observer, charting the movements of stars, planets, and the Scourge.
An astronomer? You know the safe routes out there?
We deploy satellites that alert us to new hazards and opportunities. But we've lost contact with several key observers. They've simply stopped. I sent a vessel to scan their last known locations, but nothing's been found. Your Tempest is highly advanced. I hoped you could aid our search.
Even Pathfinders need a good map. I'll look into it.
I knew you'd understand. I'll provide search nav points. And when I can finally reconcile our charts with fresh satellite data, I'll gladly share all we have.
So yeah, that's the mission that I remembered getting from here. All right, so now we should be done on Aya. I'm just guessing that one of those nav points, maybe even just the first one, is an area, or it's like a section that we haven't been to yet. That's why it wasn't unlocked before. So now we'll take a quick lap around the Tempest. Like I said, a lot of talking. And by the looks of it, there's going to be a lot of talking next episode too. If it took 15 minutes just to do that little bit on Aya. But yeah, we'll do another quick lap of the Tempest. And see if anybody, now that another main mission has been completed.
Director Tan, good news. The Angaraan opened an embassy for us on Aya.
That is a surprise. What are their expectations?
They survived the Scourge and the Kett, and rebuilt their civilization. Don't forget it.
Appeal to their pride. Sensible. I will gather envoys and send them to Aya. Thank you, Pathfinder. We'll take it from here.
Alright. Can I even call anyone? Yeah, I was going to say, I don't... But whatever. Alright. So now then, let us see. Okay, so so like everybody's main or side or yeah, personal quests are probably going to
Joe?
advance now.
Thank you for checking. But I'm all right.
Don't know if I would be.
I have to be. How else do we go on? You know?
I may seem tough, but I have a good shoulder.
That's kind. You're kind. I really miss my family at times like these. Are you close to your family?
You talk about family a lot.
Really? I guess it's just part of our culture. Our families are large, and we share our parents with the community. We all have many mothers.
My family's small.
And are you close?
I was. Am. My mom and dad are dead. My sister's really sick. She's on the Nexus. I'm kind of an orphan at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, this random collection of Tempest oddballs can feel like family sometimes.
Yeah. I never really felt I had a purpose. But here, I do.
What about the Resistance?
My place in the Resistance is not what I'd like.
But that kid on Aya looked up to you.
Sure. But you are going to do something important, Ryder. I feel it. This is where I should be.
Glad you're along for the ride.
Me too.
Okay. Well, I guess that didn't advance his quest, but you know.
There's always more to say and to learn, isn't there?
All right, let's see.
Can I ask you a few more questions?
Of course. If I can answer them, I will.
Can you tell me about your family? Assuming you have one.
Sit down. This will take time. Is someone bringing us snacks and drinks?
Whoa, your family's that big?
I have one true mother, Sahuna, and more than 5 additional mothers, and many, many, many siblings, and cousins, all raised together. Our families constantly change and evolve. Relationships come and they go. My father is gone, taken, or killed by the Kett. We never found his body.
I'm sorry about that, Jarl. I understand. I just lost my dad.
Something in common between aliens, then. We are fatherless, yet we fight on. Anything else you want to ask?
Did you always want to be a fighter? Did you study anything particular in school?
No. I don't like to talk about it. But I'm not a fighter. Not really. The Kett occupation creates chaos. So our education is chaotic. I'm not really anything. But that's an excuse. The truth is, I don't know what I want. Yet. For my life. At my age. I hope being here will inspire me.
Do Angaraan plan their futures? Do you dream about what you want to accomplish?
You put plan and dream in the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You meant to do that. Angaraan thirst for now. We don't strive to make the future better. We strive because the present is lacking.
Well, enough about that. Do you have a mate? A partner?
I don't. Not for a long time.
Not for a long time.
I fell in love with a girl once. Aliyah. We were young. I was young. It was my first vassal on Aya. We worked on the same farm. She was a little older. A researcher. I can still hear her laugh. And see her eyes. She kissed me, and I was hers. Thrilled and seduced.
But it didn't work out?
My older brother came to Aya. He was already famous in the Resistance.
Where's Aaliyah now? Did she and your brother work out?
They came back to Haval, and she joined our family. She became one of the mothers.
You have to see her every day?
No. They were taken by the Kett. Their children survived.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, John.
Stay strong and clear.
Yeah, see, like I said, the Angaraan family structure is just baffling to me. Like, I have... Now, maybe if we saw a little bit more of it, it may not be, but just like the way that it's described just confuses the fuck out of me. Now, with that, Milky Way... Yeah. That should be enough, I think, to get my Black Widow researched. Okay, I kind of wish that you could, like, set projects. Oh. That researched, and now hopefully I have the materials to make it, but if not, I may be able to buy it, or to buy the materials. Oh yeah, I do. Nice. Black Widow Sniper Rifle 5. Now, whether or not I actually have the augments for it, I doubt. Okay, so I did want that one, and I wanted that one, but I don't have the other augments that I need, so that'll be something that I'll have to do after. It's fine. All right, Cora, let's see.
They aren't just conquerors or slavers. The Kett turn everything you are to their advantage. Worst kind of enemy. The one that makes you fight your own people.
That's what Jaal faces every day, now that we know the truth.
Friends, neighbors, all changed. And they're loyal to what changed them.
This is really getting to you.
Kandros wants strategies for handling the Kett. I talked with Drac, putting ideas together. Expand our guerrilla tactics, get Angaraan military advisors, research exaltation. Just, I don't know. Wish your dad could give me his take.
Why? This all looks fine to me.
Nasira, your father, they always had a plan I could follow. Without one, it's too easy for people to get hurt. Like now. The Initiative's plans are shot, and people die because of it.
We're facing challenges we could never have prepared for.
At least now we can prepare to fight the Kett. Sarissa will have a strategy. Just need to find her and the other Asari. It'll be good to have certainty again.
And not very confident in herself, is she?
That vault on Aya was so gorgeous, so alive.
And Meridian might be the key to the others.
No wonder the Archon wants to control it, like everything in Helios.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Still deciphering the Ark's last known course from the flight recorder, and making sure we're ready for
All
a
right.
fight.
So nothing new on that.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Okay, so that's Cora done. Jaal done. So I don't actually think there's anywhere I can buy mods here, so we'll have to do that when we go to the Nexus, but that's fine. Pop down here. See if we can find Drac.
Read the mission briefs. This isn't good, Ryder. The Archon's dangerous. I've seen people like him before.
He's definitely dangerous. So dangerous, I'm not sure we're ready to deal with him.
Take him out. All we need is a plan. From where I stand, the Archon thinks he knows what's best for us. Problem is, he can follow through on it. That exaltation the Kett do, it turns people into slaves.
He can do that to us. He has that power.
Someone like him you take out fast and hard. Get the leader, the rest will follow. Honestly, drop a nuke on his head, blow up a sun if you have to. Take the collateral damage.
There's better ways to stop him than brute force.
Maybe, but I'm not gonna let an enemy get close enough to pry my plates open and go for the soft kill. You don't mess around with this kind of thing. ends badly each and every time.
Another galaxy and there are still despots. When I was on security duty at the relay, colonies were attacked all the time. We trained the colonists and they started fighting back. Raiders didn't expect that.
The Angara already know how to fight. But the Archon, he's got an army to back up his crazy.
We're the new variable here. He can't predict what we'll do.
That is an advantage so long as we play it right. You keep thinking about how you want to handle this.
We'll only get one real chance at him, won't we?
Yep, so when we take him down, let's make sure he stays down.
So just remember, there is another planet other than Kadara, but I think Kadara is the last one where we put maybe we put an outpost on the other one. I don't remember its name though.
Hey.
Okay, nothing new.
We can talk.
Okay. Let's see, Lexi, and that's a bathroom. Thankfully, I don't have a chat with anybody in there. Oh. Oh, there we go. Like, let's try that again.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your friend?
An exalted Kett. I called Jarl to show him. Ah, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The exalted are Kett.
There must be a way to fix them.
We need to be prepared that there might not be.
Jarl, remember what we talked about?
That we should examine the problem objectively? Excuse me.
Grief is never easy. But Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent.
Hope is good, but false hope is unhealthy.
I appreciate your support. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
I know this job was a surprise, but you've really stepped up. And look, you got your Kett sample.
Their bodies are unlike anything I've seen. Centuries of gene stealing, crafted evolution. It's horrible, of course, but also fascinating.
Glad you're settling in.
Sink or swim, right? I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea. All right, let's see, because we did have another memory as well. Oh, wait for her to get into her position. There we go.
Going through the readouts from the Kett facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
Oh, I guess I don't talk to her about that one. That makes sense. It really wasn't a whole lot personal in that
I'll
one.
be here if you need me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that could, because they focus hard. Like the thing says, they don't like technology. Like AIs and that, they don't like those. So, I mean, odds are on their own world, they put all their efforts into genetic engineering and that. And like right now as humanity, we have genetic engineering, we have space travel, we have, energy, we have, like so many different areas of study, right? Like if all of that got focused down, we could probably advance super fast. Now, obviously they had to have some of those like energy and that, but like if they weren't focused on like computers and AI and that, but once again, with the space travel, they had to have some focus on that. Anyway, given recent events, this seems like a good time to refresh you on the Andromeda Initiative's mental wellness program. This states that mental disorders are 1. Real stress, PTSD, anxiety, and depression are not just being tired or making something out of nothing. They are complex conditions that require proper attention and care. Relatable. At some point, your colleagues have likely experienced the same feelings regardless. Those around you are supportive and sympathetic to what you're going through. Treatable. A broken leg takes special treatment, rest, and an adjusted workload to properly heal. Mental disorders are no different and can be alleviated with medication, therapy, and support. Liam's new evacuation plan cut 22 seconds off our best time. We need a solution for you vis-a-vis ladders. PB, you're dead because you were 2 minutes late to the evac point. And then comment, I live in an escape pod, PB. Yeah. Okay, so Drac can't use ladders is what I got. Got it. Tavum, a pleasant intoxicant stirred into hot water fruit juice, say Tavum. What's it made from? Is it sweet or more like beer? What happens if you mix it with booze? Does it get better or do they cancel each other out? And we need to do some scientific tests, maybe with little umbrellas. No need to panic about the drive core noise this morning, just a stress test. There's nothing wrong with no 500 wake up call. Profanity deleted by info board. Adjective verbing nouns. Yeah, what? Liam, if the VI learns to censor all language, I'm making you reprogram it. Educational in a way. All right. All right. This is, yeah, I need to go. So odds are PB will have something else to say as well, but she's up at the front.
I'm in the galley when you're free.
I already went and talked to you. Do you have something else to say now? Fuck me.
Liam?
And he's shirtless again.
You're working pretty hard.
All the time. Started young. Smart little kid. Got angry a lot. Side effect of giving a shit.
Looks like you're stressed. I don't want to add to it.
No, wait. It's just... When will Helios realize what it takes? The Kett still what people are. Hitting that facility on Vol should have united us. So I reached out, trying to get resources moving in a real way, bridge that gap like I did with Jar. I can't get permission coming or going. The Nexus, Aya, everyone is all can't take risks with outsiders. I didn't come here so everyone could be goddamn outsiders.
I mean...
Liam, we're not from here, and never will be.
But we are here. We can't always be strangers, there's no room. I wanted this. Everything new. But eventually, it has to be normal. I need something familiar. Can I show you something? Did you bring anything from the Milky Way?
One or two things, but the weight limits were real strict.
I know. That's why I made arrangements. It's a proper petrol burner. 20th century. British. From when that mattered. My whole family worked on it together, weekends. Like those are a thing in space. Know what we did? Friends and Hustle set us up good. They borrowed us a transport right before I went into cryo. And me and my father and mother loaded our car into it and pointed it at Andromeda.
It's a nice gesture, but you know you won't see it again.
Oh, it's a couple million years away at standard light. The important thing is, it's coming. And always will be. I don't know what that means.
We do what we do. It doesn't always have to make sense.
I'll probably screw it up, Pathfinder.
Join the club. The screw-up started 600 years ago.
Truth. This will be home. It has to be. I won't let being outsiders stop that.
I feel like Liam is from our generation of like, hey, this needs to change, and then it hasn't changed within like a week, so therefore, you know, it's horrible. You know, like that instant gratification.
Pathfinder, sorry if things got strange last time we talked. You're the first person I told about all that. It felt really good.
Anything I can do for my team, Liam.
Stuff like that goes above and beyond Pathfinder. At least I hope so. Anyway, made me think we should do more just out and about. Off ship. Like the market on Aya. I've got some contacts and some things I'd like your eyes on. But mostly, it's day out. Something familiar. Turns out I need that.
Man, I don't know about you, but it feels like Liam just kind of asked me out on a date, which is a little awkward. I am his commanding officer after all, I'd say, as I'm trying to
Still
sleep with
waiting
my
on our
other
visit to Aya.
subordinates.
Useful, but also fun. Looking forward to it.
Just checking in. I wanted to ask about you.
What do you want to know?
I have to know about the car.
We'd wrench on it as a family. Mom suggested it, and Dad liked a happy mom. That's how I fell into mechanical stuff. Armor and jump jets. Mom wasn't a fan of the second part. You know how it is.
I worried my parents from time to time.
That's a kid's job. I probably crossed the line a few times, though. Like jumping a galaxy. That's why I have to make this work. If I don't, then Andromeda was a mistake. I said goodbye to too many people to let that happen.
Tell me about your friends in crisis response.
I swore I wouldn't tell anyone what they did. Stealing the shuttle for the car was above and beyond. Dondi, Base, Mazzy, Noel, Cap, and goddamn Hammond. The best people when buildings are falling down. Eventually, I'll have to start a new branch here, you know? I promised.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
It's weird that they don't let you go back, but at the same time, I don't think that I really need any of the other information. It all seemed like shit that I would have heard before, so.
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Kett are using some Angaraan-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Kett bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd... Well, imagine if it was Sarah.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was... well, her age now.
You raised your sister by yourself? That can't have been easy.
Had to. I waited forever for our father to come home. He never did. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions. Piss off the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
Come on, you're strong, smart. It'll take a lot to keep you from coming home.
Strong, smart, but maybe just lucky. Luck runs out on you.
I won't.
I have a good feeling about you, Ryder. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
That was really weird that for some reason the lights turned up for the conversation and then turned down again. So it was like talk later, and then she like shut out the lights like she was leaving the room. Oh, they have Blastos?
Kett before. Then we learned about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would. Being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Alright, this is a little bit more backstory on Vetra there. Let's go see if Gil has anything new to say, because I know he ends up with a new... Also, I didn't realize that the Nomad was up on its thing there. I don't know what determines that, but...
Hey there.
Hey yourself.
Question for you.
Shoot.
When all this craziness is over, you think you'll have kids?
Where the heck's that coming from?
Jill, the best friend I mentioned while you were killing me at poker. She's starting the Initiative's first repopulation effort at Prodromos. It's all she can talk about. It got me thinking. At the end of the day, this whole thing, the Andromeda Initiative, we're basically here to spawn.
It took you this long to figure that out?
I told you, I didn't really think this thing through. But nothing we do here really matters unless we survive. Jill's right. At some point soon, we better get busy making babies.
True enough.
Who knew this thing was just a glorified dating service? Eesh. The biological imperative is kind of a bummer.
So you want to have a child of your own?
I don't know. That's never been a thing for me. You know me. Whatever my gut says in the moment, I do. I don't look back. My mum says that's how my dad was. I wouldn't know. His gut moved on before I was born.
In a way, that sounds like my dad.
Well, that's not fair. He kept you close. Made sure you and your sister came here with him. And he died for you.
Yes, but the other decisions he made kept him at a distance. That can be just as bad.
I see that. Still, without our fathers, we wouldn't be here. They brought us into this world. Maybe that's enough. Thanks for talking, Ryder.
I mean, your father's had a hand in creating you, but brought you into this world seems more like the mother's job.
Did I hear right? You're going after the Archon ship?
Looks like it.
Last time we crossed his path, you nearly broke my baby here. Tell me you have a better plan of escape this go-around.
We'll be winging it, as usual.
I'll get my tools. Just stay out of the skirt, huh?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Alright, so I guess we should probably take a quick peek back downstairs to see if Drac does have something else to say, or if that was just his little bit of radioing us lagging behind everybody else. And it just decided to play it anyway, even though we had already talked to him. I have a feeling that's what it was, right? Because this should be him. Yeah, so that was just... yeah, okay. Alright. So we got PB, Suvi, and Callow to talk to, and then that'll be the end of this part. So yeah, next part we'll still also be all talking.
Think. I need something.
Who are you talking to?
Ryder, shit. You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that. I'm just talking to myself. Don't tell me you never do that.
You seem stressed.
No kidding. I'm not built for this kind of homesteading. Don't like people knowing where I am, where my stuff is. Ugh!
What's your usual solution?
Usually, I cut bait. Scram, strike out on my own. When I felt like this back home, I'd look for a zero-G chamber, or at least an isolation tank. Someplace to just drift away. I could really use that now.
If I may, gravity can be overridden in the escape pod. You can create a zero-G chamber.
Of course! Sam, you're a genius. It's easy. It'll make a huge difference, Ryder. You'll see. You know, there's room for two.
You're willing to share? I won't cramp your style?
Let's find out.
All right, I'm in.
And this should do it. Close your eyes. Relax. Let yourself go. This hits the spot. Ryder?
Yeah?
There's something else that would relax me.
What's that?
You haven't taken the bait yet, but I'm not afraid of rejection. Wanna fool around? Doesn't matter if you have something else going on. I can be utterly discreet. Just fun. Two people blowing off steam. No strings attached. Only if there's no strings.
I don't think so, PB.
That's fine. Say no more.
I hope this is enough.
Hey, don't you know what say no more means? Really, I mean it. No explanation necessary. Just thank you for this.
Oh, now, she wasn't lying. If you do take her up on that offer, it literally changes nothing. Well, depending on which of those options
you were right
you
about
take.
the vault on Aya, huh? What a find.
And this Meridian might jumpstart all the others.
I knew hitching my wagon to yours would pay off.
So what's your take? Is this Meridian what we think it is?
Everything we've seen, each remnant system we've uncovered, is connected to everything else. The bots, the monoliths, the vaults. It stands to reason that activating Meridian will connect the entire network and rekindle terraforming across the cluster.
So you think we're doing the right thing?
Well, yeah.
All right.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
I honestly thought that we would get a few more of the personal quests advanced. Because I know that at least one of them... I'm trying to think, I don't remember which one, but somebody does send us back to Aya. Maybe if we check the email terminal, we might have more.
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated. And remember, cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
Is there something wrong? Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just getting over some inflammation of the soft tissues of the mouth. It was dramatic, but ultimately non-threatening.
What?
Have you ever heard of the Lick test? Back before scanners were portable, Earth scientists would employ this test in the field. They used it to tell rocks from fossils and get a basic idea of their mineral composition.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The Lick test was a huge part of it. He made science fun for me. Your mother was something of a scientist, wasn't she?
She specialized in biotics research. Got her start in medicine.
I read all about her research, and your father's. AI and implants. They achieved so much in so little time. Sam is an astounding achievement. I left my parents back home. They told me they were proud of me, and then lived out their lives while I slept.
If I were them, I'd be proud too. You came here for the sake of science. That takes courage. Some crazy, but mostly courage. I'm sure they knew that.
Thank you, Ryder. I needed that.
Anytime.
So, now, out of everything that I have seen, heard, read, never once heard the lick test. And if anything, everything I've seen, heard, and read says don't lick stuff that you don't know, or don't lick dirt.
That's the idea.
He's putting it off because it didn't seem right after seeing the exaltation facility. But now there's a delay. I had a thought. Every vid's better with snacks, right? I found an Angaraan recipe for these little morsels you can make from a local Helios plant, but it's rare and...
You want me to look for one?
Oh, would you? I'd love to, be social and things.
Alright. Yeah, so there we go. That's the one that sends us back to Aya.
Kett genetics defies everything we know. They're bits of different species, and yet all Kett. It's bizarre, horrifying, fascinating, all at once.
Just think. While you're poking around in their genetics, they're probably doing the same with ours.
Huh. Wonderful. That's me never sleeping again.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Alright, almost done on the Tempest. Fucking Christ.
The hell you did? You can't just undo 10 hours of work.
I had to. Your revamp risks power imbalance between decks, something we solved back home.
It's twice as efficient. Just because it doesn't match your sainted specs.
And now it does. As you say, deal with it.
Callow.
I know, just... please don't let this distract you. What can I do for you?
Okay, and that's that.
I'll let you cut.
Shockingly enough, it's just an argument, as per usual. Oh god, bold intel on the Kett. My name is Rayless. I serve the Angaraan Resistance. Some of our scouts have returned with interesting information about the Kett that I'm certain will intrigue you. I will wait for you on Bold. Please come soon. Can we talk on camera? Okay, so the things I'm hearing, a garden world, a whole new species. If you can talk on the record, you know where to find me. So that's about Carrie. Ryder, I've been reviewing all the messages you forwarded from the Angaraan populace. It's encouraging to see that even in these initial phases of contact, we have supporters among them. Though it's equally clear we have our work cut out for us winning over the rest. But I'm confident you're on the right track. I would have been surprised if the Angaraan hadn't expressed skepticism. First contact is a complicated situation, and if roles were reversed, I'd be suspicious of them if they arrived on our doorstep. Thank you for passing these messages along. They'll provide invaluable insight as we navigate these tricky waters. God, quite the rescue. The Tempest isn't intended for these kinds of operations, but she's performing splendidly. Not that I encourage you risking your life for stress tests or anything. Still, well done. I spoke to the Moshai when I happened past Medbay. She left an impression, I must say. Patient, but remarkably driven. It's easy to see how she withstood the pressures of torture in that place. Sometimes I wonder what my people could do with a bit more time to be patient. From Gil, worked for 42 hours straight, ship's humming. Called it quits to get a little shut-eye, but I'm wide awake here. Figured I'd use the time to practice my poetry. Didn't know I practiced poetry? Well, neither did I. Probably because I don't, but here it goes. Helios, are you healing us, or will we regret ever coming? Because the Kett are forever bumming our space. Wait a minute, is that actually good, or has the analytical sphere of my brain fallen asleep? I mean, it's funny. You know how I'm out here searching for my true purpose? Yeah, poetry ain't it. Helios, are you healing us? Sheesh. I guess I'm assuming that's after he went to sleep and woke up and reread it. From PB, typically I'm not the type to send mail, at least not mail that just reflects or lingers on stuff, but I'm okay letting you know how great our float was for me. And the weird thing is, I think it was actually better with you there, added a little bumper car whimsy. You might be growing on me a little, not sure if that's good or bad, but I'm not going to ponder that right now. Want to stay chill. And then from Liam, thanks for listening, enough said. Vetra, thanks for listening to me. I hope I didn't come across whiny. Could my life have been different? Sure. Could have had a dad, a mom, a rigid upbringing, and great prospects in the Turian civil service with the stiff collars and the yesers to go along. What I'm saying is different's not always better. I don't regret anything or what I've done to get where I am. Don't regret coming here either. Technically, you are the different one because you are, because you have varied from the norm of the Turians. So in that case, different was better. Thought you should know I spoke to Jal after some reflection. He seems to accept that the process of exaltation cannot be reversed. Thank you for backing me up. I know it's not easy delivering bad news, especially to a friend. But sometimes it's the only way we can move forward to begin to heal. I will continue to run tests and study the data you obtained from the Kett facility regarding exaltation. Don't expect the results to change, but it can't hurt to be thorough. Oh my god. Ryder, the Moshai sent some news from Aya that she asked me to share with you. Under her guidance, officials are again allowing study in the Aya vault. It comes with great risk, of course, so she's restricting participation to her brightest students under armed guard. Although she doesn't have your ability to interface with the Revenant, she wants to be ready to assist you however she can once Meridian is found. From Suvi, I heard what Liam's planning. It seems like a great idea, even if things are unsettled at the moment. I'd love to help out. Stop by when you can. Okay, so that we've already covered. And there we go. All right, fucking Christ. All right, so next part, we will go through the rest of these. We'll head to the Nexus, have our interview, see if anybody else has anything to talk about, although I doubt that there will be very much there. But first things first, I will go through and before I start recording, hang on, what the hell are the... Yeah, and I will go through and I'll get all of the scans and everything done. Because like this one here will probably be the first satellite, right? Yeah. So now somehow I doubt that these will change it, like have very much like actual conversation to go with them, but